Hey guys, thanks for joining me. And if you like what you see, please subscribe.
Hello, peoples. Welcome to Sharp Ends. I did a comically bad job of doing an unboxing and first impressions of this knife. This is the Parallel from Vosteed. I'll put a link up here to my unboxing. I thought this was a different knife entirely than what it was. This is a $130 knife made out of titanium and 154 cm, which is a great price point for this. It's also the thinnest knife you're ever going to see in your life, it feels like. Almost a slap in the face to the Narrows from Benchmade is my estimation. So this is going to be a review of this knife, and hopefully a redemption song about how wrong I was, because I thought this knife was like a $50 budget knife, and then I started looking at it. I was like, wait, there's no way, and then I realized how wrong I was. So let's not beat around the bush. This right here is the raccoon, right? We all know and love the raccoon, also made from Vosteed, right? Look, it's like half the thickness. It's a little bit more than the thickness of the scale of that. That's how thin this knife is. And I thought for sure, and here, let's look at the pyrite. Okay, look, same thing. It's like half the thinness of a pyrite. Absolutely incredible. And when I say half the thinness, let's get an actual measurement on that without the clip. And I'm not measuring, I'm not taking into the account the machining on the edge of the corner here. We're talking about 3/8 of an inch, I believe. Absolutely incredible, because usually a knife like the raccoon is a good half inch. So taking that much off is really good. It makes this absolutely disappear in the pocket. Nice wire clip that's easy to maintain, and very sharp little sheep's foot type blade with a little bit of rounding at the tip. I really like these orange accents too. 154 cm is actually, in my estimation, one of the best little knife steels that you can get, especially in this price range. And then of course titanium. Now it does have a steel liner on the inside, I believe. And yeah, non-magnetic, totally non-magnetic. But on this side, where there's a little bit of a liner close to where the bar lock is, you will get a little magnetism there. And I got thrown off in the video too. At first I thought it was steel, but what I was feeling was the liner of this of the lock, the bar lock. So the action is great. It just comes shut really fast. And I honestly enjoy thumb flicking this more for some reason. Like in general, I'm a person who likes to reverse flick, but the geometry of this between the pivot and the point here makes this much easier to thumb flick, which I really appreciate. Something a little bit different for me like that, because usually 9 times out of 10 I like to reverse flick. But it's hard. It's actually just I'm not saying it's hard. It's a skosh harder. Like I can do it every single time. Sure, whatever. And works just as well for lefties. And also, the really cool thing about Vosteed is that 9 times out of 10 they do have a clip holder for the other side. So the 10% of you who are lefties or ambidextrous like me can go ahead and use your left hand as well. And like I said, I love these orange accents over here. Now, you would think that with such a thin blade that the ergos would be off, but it's not the case. Like when you want to carry a thin knife, and you have a lot of stuff in your pocket and you just need something as a utility knife, this does the job very well. And the overall aesthetics of it, kind of a futuristic plain little look to it, works really well. And I usually don't like lanyard holes, but with this orange accent here and this triangle cutout here, it actually looks really nice, because you get that nice little orange in there, and it just gives it more of a futuristic look. For $130, keeping your styling simple and yet cool is a trick in itself, and I appreciate that. Bar locks, of course, work really well. I think that this one's very safe. It's not going to ever fail on me, and the only way that it's going to fail on me is if one of the Omega springs inside, and I assume this is Omega springs because I can see a little spring there, and all bar locks that I've come across are Omega springs, although sometimes they're not, I think. But uh, they're gonna break. Although I've never had an Omega Spring break on me, I have heard people say that their Benchmade had an Omega Spring that broke on them, but they carried it every day and blah 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 and whatever. I've never had that problem. And at this point, getting new Omega Springs is a fairly easy thing to do. You just need to order them and they come in and then you replace them. And honestly, I don't have a problem working on bar locks either. Overall, I think this is a banger of a knife. I really, really like it. I didn't think I was going to like it because it was so thin, and I thought it wouldn't be something that felt good. It actually does feel good. And as much as I love the Raccoon, and the Raccoon is one of my favorite knives ever, it is rather thick, and I like that. Sometimes I have like a bigger job, and I want some thickness in my hand to be able. Don't take that out of context, please, people. I want it to be to have some heft to it because then I get more of a hammer grip, more of a grip on it. But having a nice little utility knife like this too, that isn't going to scare the lunch lady, and I can open boxes with this all day long. And 154 cm is going to stay sharp for a long time, and it's very, very thin blade stock, like easily a 16th of an inch, or maybe even, yeah, definitely at least a 16th of an inch off. I mean, it just makes it super slicey, super slicey. Overall, the thickness of this knife, I'm gonna guess, is like 3/16, something very, very thin. And behind the edge, of course, it's gonna be even thinner. Yeah, just under 3/16. So it's like 5/32 or something. So very, very, very thin. Yeah, I'm just truly impressed. I've been impressed with it. I haven't gotten anything from Vosteed that isn't great. Vosteed is just hitting it out of the park lately. So if you're ever in doubt, get a Vosteed. It probably be absolutely fine depending on what lock mechanism you like and everything else. So yeah, very, very cool. I also got the Porcupine recently. Been very satisfied with that. And of course, with the Raccoon, both of these are their compression locks. And I've just been truly impressed with Vosteed lately. So yeah, I can recommend this. Check it out. This was not provided by the company. I bought this with my own money. And I was very surprised. And like I said, I hope I redeemed myself in your eyes. Did I give you measurements on this? I might not have. Let's do some measurements. 3-inch blade, so standard length there. And overall 7 inches. So it's not 7.5 or like that. So this is definitely bordering on a small knife, but it doesn't feel like it. Very good fifth pocket carry knife too. It'll just disappear there as well. So as far as an extra carry, this might be the knife for you, or just a primary knife if you want to carry something thin in the pocket, like I said. Please smash that like button, leave a comment, really helps the channel. And as always, every month I give away a knife of the month. And if you want to get in on that, all you have to do is help support this content by becoming a Patreon supporter for $3 a month. Follow the link down below. Thanks so much, peoples, and I'll see you next time on Sharp Ends. Bye-bye now.